Hello, darling. Merry Grinchmas, and welcome to 20 Days of Canva Magic. I'm your host, Melly Grinch, because who says a Grinch can't sprinkle a little Christmas magic? And together, we're about to embark on the most festive creative journey ever. Throughout these 20 days, my Grinchy little minions will be popping in to add their mischief and charm. But let's be clear. I'm running the main show. Over the next few weeks, we're diving into a wonderland of creativity, crafting content that's as magical as it is merry. The best part, every design, every idea, every piece of content will channel all things Grinch and Christmas because the holiday season is here, and it's time to shine. Oh, and here's a holiday treat just for you. Head over to thejunecreation.com for 50% off all items during this festive season. It's my way of making sure your holidays sparkle with creativity and inspiration. Don't miss a moment of the magic. Hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel so you're notified every time we drop a new festive creation. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming. Grinch-inspired treasures, Christmas delights, and surprises to keep your creative spirit soaring. Let's create, celebrate, and make this a Grinchmas to remember. Stay tuned, because this is just the beginning.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mel, and I am the founder of The June Creation, which is a digital marketing brand where creativity, innovation, and empowerment come together to help who? To help you elevate your digital presence. And through my brand, I specialize in using cutting edge tools like AI, Canva, and other tech innovations to create stunning content, whether it's ebook covers, YouTube thumbnails, and so much more. I started doing YouTube lives because I believe in the power of sharing knowledge and showing people how accessible creativity can be with the right tools and with the right guidance. My lives are all about inspiration and education, and we cover topics like AI creativity. We do digital design hacks, we do content creation tips, and we are also talking about ways to level up your online brand. I love to bring like a playful vibe to everything I do, so I want to make the process of creating feel fun, approachable, and I want you guys to feel absolutely empowered. And I do this because I genuinely want people to win. Whether you're building your brand, launching a side hustle, or whether you're just exploring your creative potential, I want you to know that success is possible with the right mindset and the right resources, which is why we're here. My goal is to provide actionable steps that anyone can follow and to inspire you to dream big while you're putting in the work. So, we're about to get into the live, so grab your favorite drink. It's Friday night. Get comfortable because we're about to dive into today's session. And I'm going to make sure that at the end of the session, you're going to leave feeling inspired. You're going to leave feeling equipped, educated on the topics we talked about, and ready to take on your creative journey because that is the most important part, and we can all win together. So, to get into the intro, today we're going to talk a lot about MidJourney and DALL-E or DALL-E, and we're going to talk about what those tools are and what their capabilities are. We're going to do a step-by-step guide on how to get started with MidJourney and DALL-E. We're going to do tips for writing effective prompts to get the desired output. We're going to talk about where you can use these images that we generate for practical applications such as creating an ebook, thumbnails, social media posts. And of course, I'm going to be answering live questions from you guys, from the viewers, because I want you guys to ask me anything. You guys can work on this while I'm talking about it. We can do it together. If you have any questions about anything at all, the comment section is there for you to ask and I will answer. And then, of course, towards the end, I do free giveaways. And the way the giveaways work is you have to engage with the live. So the more you comment, the more you engage. I kind of usually just pick someone from the comments towards the end of the live, and you get a giveaway of something free from my website. Speaking of the website, I do want to remind you guys that there is 50% off using code Grinchmas. 50% off using code Grinchmas on the website. The website is under construction, all right? There's still some things that I need to put in. But if you go under branding services, I do want to talk to you guys about my new service, which is the content creation consultation, which is a 90-minute consultation. And I walk you through how to create accounts, select plans, which plan will work best for your business. We do one-on-one tips and tricks for creating professional quality visuals and designs. I walk you through creating the content and using the prompts to create AI art for your brand. We explore ways to turn your content into revenue. So we're going to talk about drop shipping, ebooks, etc. And then also with the one-on-one, I do dive really deep in with you about Facebook groups and marketing. And like I said, 50% off with the code Grinchmas. So this $150 is really $75, which I think is a steal. You guys have been joining my lives. For those of you who are here every day, you know that there is no gatekeeping. So imagine if you're getting all of this information on the live. Imagine how much more information you can get with a one-on-one consultation that's catered specifically to your brand. With the 50% off, you can also get the stock images. So if you are in the beauty business and maybe you sell lipsticks or you want to start selling lippies, this does include the prompts and the images. This is for people who have the hair businesses, the lace front wigs. If you want to use these images maybe for your ebook or whatever social media flyer you want to put, we have the MidJourney prompts for Pretty in Pink. We have the Sunflower series. We have the MidJourney AI prompts for Vintage Glam. And then we have image collections. So this is not MidJourney prompts, but these are the actual images of the Grinch, like Pretty Grinch. And then we also have the Boss Babe ebook cover image collection, which has over 70 images of Boss Babe images that you can use for your designs. And not to worry, we're gonna be covering how to create this as well. I want you guys to just be aware of the discount that we have, code Grinchmas of 50% off, and what we have to offer you. You can also go under the Canva templates, and we have some Grinch boxes, which we've been designing this week, that we have for sale. So typical box is $15. You would be getting it on sale for $7.50 with code Grinchmas. And you also get the template as well. So not only do you get 2 designs with each box, you also get a blank template so that you can create your own. And this is for the 8x8x4 boxes. And of course, free courses, right? This is just absolutely free. Clearly, you guys are watching me on YouTube. I have tons of live videos and just actual other videos as well. You'll know what's live and you'll know what's a step-by-step guide because it's listed on the video. But go through the YouTube channel, go through this page under the free courses tab, and look at the videos that I have for you guys. There's so many more if you go on the YouTube channel, but you're gonna find out how to master Canva, MidJourney AI. You're gonna know how to create a faceless YouTube channel with AI like I'm doing right now. You're gonna learn how to create your own talking avatar head. You're gonna learn some more stuff about Canva and their new features. And there's just so much more. And then lastly, there is the treasury tab where there's like tumblers if you're interested in it, and notebooks as well. So without further ado, we are going to get into, actually, sorry, we're not going to get into the tutorial yet. 2 more things. Number 1, this is very important. If you are not subscribed to the YouTube channel, subscribe now, okay? I go on live every single weekday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Subscribe now. You do not want to miss this, all right? I do not gatekeep. I'm giving you guys all of the tea. There are people who are mad about it. There are people who are upset that I'm giving you guys the tea, but nothing will stop me from giving the tea, because there's one thing that I hate is when people charge so much money. They'll be like, I'll teach you how to do this for $600. No, you can learn how to do this for free, and I'm going to teach you how to do it for free. And yes, I do have some products that you can buy, like the one-on-one, but you'll notice that my prices are always reasonable, and I am always providing discounts because I want you guys to win. But the most important thing before you buy anything, before you look at anything, before you do anything at all, before we get into this live, subscribe to the YouTube channel, because this is the source of the true information. No gatekeeping. You guys are learning it all right here from me. Everything I know, you will know. There are things that you guys know that I don't know, and because this is a collaborative environment, that's why we have the Q&As. That's why we have the comment section, because people come in all the time and give their suggestions, and we build and we create together. This is a community. Okay, so make sure you join the community and make sure you subscribe. And also, if you are not already a part of the Facebook group, make sure you join the Facebook group as well, because that is where I put all of the announcements of when I'm going on live, all of the reminders. So you're just going to see a bunch of reminders like going live at 7 o'clock. This is what we're going to discuss. This is what's on the website and all of those things. So very, very, very important that you do those two things. And now we can get into the tutorial, okay? So the first thing we're going to talk about is MidJourney. And if this is your first time here, first of all, sound off in the comments, because I do want to know who's here for the first time. I do want to welcome you. And with all of my lives, when we start talking about MidJourney and we start talking about these tools, I like to give you kind of like a summary or like a description of what these tools are and what you can do with it. Because I can show you that this says midjourney.com/imagine, but you might have no idea what to do here. And I'm going to go by like all the steps with you in how to create. So we're going to start with MidJourney. After we get into MidJourney, then we can kind of go into the other tools. But we're starting with MidJourney. So MidJourney is basically a tool that you can use to generate images. Now, you've probably heard of a bunch of tools that can do that. There's Leonardo AI, there's DALL-E, there's MidJourney, there's Bing Image Creator. There's all of these things, right? All of them do different things. Well, all of them do the same thing, but they have different styles, different ways that we use the tools. Gail Phillips says it's the first time. Welcome, Gail. Welcome to the live. I hope you stick to the end until we do our giveaways. Welcome to the live, Gail. You're going to learn so much today. Okay. So, to sign up for MidJourney, you would go to midjourney.com and you would sign up for an account. Now, one thing I want to tell you guys is MidJourney is not free, unfortunately. MidJourney is not free. It costs. Now, I'm going to go over what the subscription costs are with you. I do not get anything from this. There is no type of commission involved. None of those things. They don't do affiliate, marketing or anything of the sorts. This is basically what the plans are. There's the basic plan, there's the standard plan, there's the pro plan, and there's the mega plan. As you can see, the plan that I have active is the standard plan, which is $30 a month. And the reason why I have the $30 a month plan is because I do come every single day and do these lives with you. And generating these images, we generate so many images and do so many examples, it costs. So I would suggest that you start off with the basic plan. If you're just starting out, you're trying to figure out what to do, you're learning, start with the basic plan. It's $10 a month, and you get to generate approximately 200 images a month. Now, if you do end up going to the standard plan, you get 15 hours of fast generations. And basically what that means is whatever this tool thinks that you would create in the matter of 15 hours is how much 15 hours of fast generations is. Basically, it does not mean, 15 hours from now, I'm not going to have any generations left. No, you will. It doesn't calculate it by time. It just calculates it by what you think that, or what it thinks 15 hours worth of images would be to generate. So I don't think it's necessary to go any higher than that unless, I don't know, you're running like some serious campaigns and have a lot of customers. I've been good with the $30 a month plan. Yes, there are some times that I run out, but when you do run out, you can buy something called fast hours, where you can pay $4 for 1 hour of fast generation, $8 for 2 hours, so on and so forth. Also, the reason why you should be good with the $30 a month plan is because you get something called what is it called, relax hours. So you see how this says unlimited relax generations. That means even if you run out of the 15 hours of fast generation, you can still generate images. Now, will it be slow? Yes. It might take 2 minutes, 3 minutes, up to 5 minutes. Okay. But if you're not in a rush, it's perfectly fine to use the unlimited relax generation. Let me see if it says something as I hover over it. It doesn't. It was hovering over this. But yeah, so the $10 a month plan does not have unlimited relax generation. So once that 200 images a month is up, that's it. You can't do nothing. Okay. With the $30 a month plan, once the 15 hours generation is up, you can do the unlimited relax generations. But with either plan, you can absolutely buy more fast hours. So you always have options. Now I'm going to take you to the explore tab, right? So when you come over here, you can select on like random, top day, likes, hot, etc. So basically what the explore tab is it's showing you pretty much a collage of all of the images that people from MidJourney have created. So, for example, you see an image here of a woman and she's holding a phone, and you can select and you'll even see what the prompt says. So, this prompt says 38-year-old close up portrait woman seated in kitchen in casual clothes, photo from side, looking to phone, smiling abstract portrait, soft natural light, illuminating face, shot with a Canon EOS R5 at f2 ISO 100. And this is the image that you get. So once you scroll, you will see the prompts for the images, and you can use this for inspiration. Okay, this one says red background, empty room with red lights, etc. Right? So this is what that explore page does. You can just look through it and kind of get inspiration of what you want to create. Now, let's say if you don't want to look at random pictures, let's say if you want to look for something specific, like an apple, since we see an apple here, you can go to the search box and you're going to type in apple, and it's going to show you a bunch of pictures of apples. And you can use these images, you can use the prompt, you can use the style, or you can use the image as a reference to recreate something else, to recreate your image. And it doesn't have to be in objects or anything of the sort. It could be anything that you can search for. You can search for a white man, and it will give you a white man. It's literally giving you a white man here, you know? But like just to kind of give you an idea of the things that you can search for and what it will give you back. If you search for Hispanic woman, you're going to get a bunch of images of Hispanic women, okay? So if you search for, and like, let's say if we have this woman here, right? This says hyper realistic isolated portrait of a Mexican Hispanic Latin farmer, middle aged female, looking to the front, smiling, happy expression, arms crossed, farmer. It's kind of just like saying this stuff over and over again, like ultra realistic, ultra detailed, close shot, 8K, etc. Right? You can take this prompt and you can take this style to try and recreate the image. You can change some things about these details, right? Maybe her arms doesn't need to be crossed. Maybe you want to remove that, right? Maybe you don't want her to be middle aged. Maybe you want her to be young, young in her 20s, right? And let's say if we say enter, and before I hit enter, just to let you know what dash dash AR and dash dash V means is AR stands for aspect ratio, and aspect ratio means the size that your image will be. So this is an aspect ratio of 4:5, which is similar to what an Instagram portrait image would be. And dash dash V is the version. So we're using the 6.1 version of MidJourney. I'm going to go ahead and select enter and see what it gives us. Before I even go look at it, I'm going to continue to scroll through here and look for more examples for you guys so that you can use them. So let's say if you have a hair business, right, and you want to look for lace front wigs. This is a good one. All you need to do is type in lace front wig. And look at that. You have a bunch of images of lace front wigs that you can use. This one is really nice, right? And basically it says mannequin, rainbow colored lace front wig, African American beautiful woman, stock photorealistic. And you can use the prompt, you can use the style. You know, you can even use it as a character reference by selecting on this character here. and then using the paperclip as a style reference. If you use the character reference, it will look very, very similar to this, but then again, it's a mannequin head. You can make some changes to it. Like we can say deep ebony skin to try to like differentiate it a little bit. And the style is raw, and the version is 6.1. And maybe we can remove this style as raw, and maybe we can make it, let's see, style 200, because that's what I usually use. Dash dash style 200. I think that's the prompt for it. Let me just copy this just in case, and I'm gonna hit enter. So it says style should be raw. Okay, so maybe stylize is the prompt, is the command. Yep, it's stylized. Sorry, guys. So yes, so now we've go ahead and put in the prompts for those two images, and then we're gonna move on to the next tab, which is the create tab. This is the tab for you. This is the tab for when you are ready to create your image. This is where you're gonna come. We created two images, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna come here. Okay. So first we did say, the farmer. Now the issue is I did say young in her 20s, but I realize here that it still says middle age, and it says middle age first, right? So we're gonna do this over again because we want to remove the part where it says middle age. So I'm gonna remove this part here. So let's see, hyper realistic isolated portrait of a Mexican, Hispanic, Latin farmer female looking to the front, smiling, happy expression, young in her 20s. Let me just remove age. Open, full shot body, full body, smooth light effect. And we can say something like long black hair, long black straight hair. Okay, let's try that again. Hopefully I didn't miss out any words. But now here is the mannequin heads that we created, right? Now there are a lot of people out there who have a business or who have a brand, they own hair companies, and they are not taking their own images. But guess what? You're not going to know that. You would not know that, okay? Because these images look so professional. If you are a hairstylist and you paid someone to take these type of images for you, I guarantee you they would charge you hundreds of dollars. So why pay hundreds of dollars when you can only pay $10 a month? You can pay $10 a month, and not only will you get this image, you can get images of anything. You can get images of like a set of scissors because you cut hair. You can get an image of a mock-up of a um hair salon. You can get images of customers. You can do client cam images. There are so many things that you can do. Now, I will say that when you do own a business and when you are using these images, you do have to make sure that your business is still top tier. Your business is still quality, because you don't want to be selling people something that's fake. But the purpose of this is, you don't have the funds or the time, you know what I'm saying, to hire a photographer, to take the images yourself, to edit it. Why do all of that when MidJourney can do it for you? We want to work smarter. We don't want to work harder. Work smarter, not harder. Okay? That's my lesson for you today. Work smarter and not harder. Someone said looks great. And hey, it's been a minute. Hey, Big Hugh, it has been a minute. Thank you for joining the live. It's good to see you. Mar Johnson said hello. Do you know how to create coloring book pages? Yes, I actually have a live for that next week. So I'm going to go over that with you guys next week. So this is the image that we created with the mannequin head, and you can literally create this for anything. And we're about to create a few images soon. So I've gone ahead and I fixed the prompt to only include where it says she's young in her 20s and there's nothing that says middle age. And look at that. Are you going to tell me that this is not a real person? Are you going to tell me that this is not a real person? Because she looks pretty real to me. They even got the stray hairs, okay? She looks very real to me. She looks very real to me. The only thing I will say about this image, and this is the thing with AI images, with MidJourney in particular, MidJourney doesn't do well when it comes to fingers. So as you can see, her pinky looks extremely short compared to the rest of her fingers. So whenever you're generating images with AI, please be careful with the fingers. That is like the thing. Fingers, toes, MidJourney doesn't do well with it. But other than that, everything looks great. She looks like a 20-year-old farmer, okay? So now let's say if you own, I don't know, a soap company, right? So we can come to the Explore tab, and let's say if you want some inspiration, you can type in soap. And you can see all of these different soap examples that there are, right? Let's say if you sell like turmeric soap, because turmeric soap is yellow. Look at this. I know you guys be seeing the turmeric soaps. This soap looks beautiful right here. This is a very beautiful image. This is a very beautiful design for a soap. But you can see the different images of the different soaps. And let's say if you were selling like turmeric soap or something of the sorts, you can pick a style of an image that you like. For example, like this. You can take the prompt, you can take the style, and this says photo from my website of hard soap bar in a square rectangular shape. And we're gonna say pastel yellow. The soap is pastel yellow on a bed of nicely adjusted calendula flowers and chamomile flowers, aesthetic modern minimalism. And we're gonna hit enter. And you kind of have to do this to kind of generate your own image. And also, you can't download other people's images. There's no way to do that. And you don't want to do that either. You want to generate your own image. And I just want to say that the Explore tab and the search function makes it easy for you to do, because sometimes you get stuck. Sometimes you can't think of what you want to write as a prompt. Now, you can write the first thought that comes to your mind. You can make it as simple as possible. MidJourney will help you out and you can build on it. But you can also just get things for inspiration as well, like here. And it's gone ahead and it's created this turmeric soap for us on the bed of flowers. And this looks amazing. Okay? And the reason why it looks similar to the other one is because we use it as a style reference, okay? This paperclip right here means style reference. This picture right here means character reference. And with the character reference is when you want to use someone's image to create something similar, pretty much. So let's say if you took an image of yourself, right? So I'm going to take an image of myself. I'm just going to show you guys. I'm going to take my Facebook profile picture. Here we are. Okay, this is my Facebook profile picture. And I'm going to use this as a character reference. So that's why I'm selecting on this character button right here. But let's say if I wanted to look Pixar animated, I'm going to go to Google real quick and I'm just going to say Pixar, Pixar cartoon. Let me say that, Pixar cartoon. Because I don't even know what the Pixar cartoons are, to be honest with you. So let's see. Let me say Pixar girl cartoon. Okay. So here's a Pixar girl cartoon here. Or actually, let's use this one, right? So I am going to take a screenshot of this. Or I can just save the image. And I am going to come back over to MidJourney. And remember, my image is the character reference image. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to drag and drop, because MidJourney does have the ability to drag and drop. And if you guys were on the live yesterday, we did something very similar to this yesterday thanks to some suggestions in the comment section. And I did want to touch on it with you guys even more today so that you can learn more about it. And we're going to use this as a style reference. And what that means when you're using it as a style reference, it means that you're taking the style of this image, but you're taking the character reference of this image and you're going to put it together. And I'm going to say something like black girl, I don't know, standing in her office. Let's try that. And I'm going to select on enter and we're going to see what it generates for us. I actually think I added this in extra time with the image, but let's see if it becomes an issue. If it does, then we're going to do it over where it only does the character and style and not also the image. So we'll see what comes out of this. Okay, looks like it's coming. All right, that works. So as you can see, it created a Pixar animation, okay, image, because this was there. And actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna redo it, right? Because I didn't even put 3D Pixar. So I'm gonna put 3D Pixar animation. You want to be as detailed as possible sometimes. 3D Pixar animation, black girl standing in the office. She has, I don't even want to say she has long black hair because I wanted to just keep the flow that I have. So I'm just gonna put 3D Pixar animation in front of it and see if there's a difference between the 3D Pixar image and the difference between this. So let's take a look at these images. So this is what it's giving us. It's giving us a cartoon. It's giving pink and black. It's giving their hair in a bun. Why is it doing that? Because I am wearing a pink blazer and I do have something black and my hair is in a bun. Isn't that amazing? Okay, so when I do 3D Pixar animation, this is the image that it gives me. And because I use my image as a character reference, I do feel like these images look very alike. And yesterday we were talking about consistent character animation. And this is a good way to do it too, because I can take these 4 images and I can make a story. I'm going to rerun the images real quick and I'm going to do a very strong for this one to see if it will give me more poses and more similar images. So this is when I do a rerun. So when you do a rerun, it just basically reruns the same prompt and the same references, but just gives you different versions. So like I said, when it comes to the hands, MidJourney struggles sometimes. So this is a struggle right here because my hand is missing an arm, the arm is going into the chest. What's going on, you know? But it's okay. There are going to be images that you can use for this. It doesn't need to be perfect like this one. I'm cool with the fingers on this one. It looks good. But the point is, all of these images look alike because it is using me as a style reference. Here, I did do a variation, so it looks a little bit different here in my opinion, but still the same concept. Still pretty much looks alike to me, and this is how you can create those characters. Now, this is 20 Days of Grinchmas. And let's talk about Grinch images really quick, right? Because we've been talking about, I feel like we talked about Grinch so much. So we're going to talk about Grinch just for a few minutes because this is Grinchmas, 20 Days of Canva. That's the whole theme. So for those of you who are tuned in because you want to know how to create these type of images for your products, we're going to go ahead and jump into that real quick before we start using other examples where we're creating real people for your business, where we're creating products for your brand, so on and so forth. Like I said, make sure you guys are sounding off in the comments. If you're enjoying this live so far, please comment. Make sure you're liking the live. I do want to know that you are learning. I've been getting a lot of amazing comments from you guys, and I really appreciate it with you guys telling me how I'm such a good teacher, how you guys are learning so much. I want you guys to continue to learn. But also with learning comes asking questions. So if you have any questions, this is a safe space to ask any type of question that you like because they're going to get answered. Okay, so now we're going to go into ChatGPT, right? We're going to go into ChatGPT and we're going to go into something called DALL-E. So basically, DALL-E is another image generator. And the reason why I like to use DALL-E is because it's better when it comes to creating kind of like cartoon looking Pixar animation images, right? So for example, we created this, and the reason why it kind of looks like this is because it's MidJourney that's creating it. MidJourney isn't really that great at stuff like that, right? DALL-E is a little bit better. So before I get into creating an image like this in DALL-E, I want to talk to you guys about the Grinch prompts first, right? So if you're ever stuck on how to, I guess, create an image, there are multiple ways to go about this. Number one, you can ask ChatGPT to give you the prompts for it. So, for example, I'm going to open up a ChatGPT and I'm going to say, give me a prompt to generate an image of a cute Grinch inspired woman who is holding a wad of cash and is wearing a luxurious outfit or something while she is standing in her mansion. Right? Now, the thing with this, you need to use words like Grinch inspired as opposed to using the word Grinch flat out. It needs to be Grinch inspired. And there's two things that are going to happen here. Either A is going to give me the prompts, or B is going to just create the image. Okay? But we want the prompt. So let's try it with the prompt. Let's see what we could get. And I'm going to hit enter. Okay, so it's gone ahead and created the prompt. So it says a cute Grinch inspired woman with green skin, stylishly fluffy hair, and a mischievous smile, dressed in a glamorous, luxurious winter outfit featuring sequins and faux fur. Okay. She stands confidently in her lavish mansion, holding a wad of cash in her manicured hand. The setting features opulent decor, a grand staircase, and an ornate chandelier, highlighting an atmosphere of playful extravagance and wealth. Now take a screenshot and get this prompt. Get this prompt, okay? We're gonna take this and we're gonna bring it into DALL-E right here. And we're gonna paste it. And it's gonna create an image for us. We're also going to bring it into Bing. So Bing is powered by DALL-E as well, but I actually like the Bing images more than I like the DALL-E images, and depending on the style you'll see why. So the styles are pretty similar, but they're a little bit different, and you're going to see the difference in them as soon as I generate both images. So this is what this one gave us, okay? She's holding the money. She got the sequins on. She got the winter outfit, hair on fleek. It's giving us two images. But let's say you want it to look more like a Grinch, right? You can say make it look more, or make her look more like a Grinch. So you can kind of get that Grinchy look. But now let's come over here and see what this gave us. This is what this gave us. And this is why I like Bing more. Okay? This image is perfect. This is why I like Bing more. Look at an image like this. I'm actually going to download it. So this is the image that Bing came up with. I just feel like when you try to create these type of images, Bing is kind of like more on point with what you want. Um, yeah, I just think Bing is just more on point. But yeah, I really like image number 4. Let's see what this comes back with. So I said to make her look more like a Grinch, and I guess I don't know. They gave her more cheekbones, and they didn't really make her look more hairy. The eyebrows look more hairy, but this is what being more of looking like a Grinch would look like. Which still, these images look amazing, but this is why I love Bing. Like this right here, this is my image right here. This is really nice. What do you guys think? Okay, so now moving on to the next character that we're going to create. So like I said, I try to create a 3D Pixar animation picture of myself, but we're going to come over to, actually, sorry, before I even get into the next part, I was going to show you guys, if you don't, I guess, like, know what to put, there are other ways you can get inspiration as well, and that's by going on Pinterest. Pinterest is like the source of inspiration. And let's say if I type in cute Grinch or something like that. Cute Grinch woman. Right? It's going to create a bunch of these images. You can say cute Grinch woman holding money. Someone said, lovely lady D said, Bing definitely works better for cartoon characters. Absolutely. It does. But I'm going to tell you why I like Bing is my favorite one, right? When it comes to the cartoon characters. But I'm going to show you why I take the first step in DALL-E first before I go to Bing. And I'm going to show you guys with this example that I'm about to give you guys. Actually, like, look at this. This one is smoking and holding a coffee cup. So let's say if you wanted to create something similar to this, right? You would take a screenshot. Let's say if you wanted something like this. You would take a screenshot and you would come to DALL-E. And I'm going to tell you why. We're going to go over why ChatGPT DALL-E is a good first step when you need a prompt before you go to Bing. So that screenshot that I just took, I'm going to drag it over. Drag and drop. It's that simple. And I'm going to say create something similar. 3 words. Create something similar. Create something similar. It is that simple, and I'm going to hit enter. You're going to see what happens. It's going to create something similar, but I'm going to show you why it's good to go through ChatGPT first before you go to Bing. Right? So now I'm going to say, make her look more like a Grinch. Okay? So I think this image will do. Now, let me tell you why this is good. So you see how all I did was take an image. Let's look at the image that we looked at. This was the image that we looked at, right? We took this image. We said that we wanted to create something similar. And we got this. I didn't put no prompts except create something similar, make her look more like a Grinch. But now, when you select on the image, you see this I button right here? We're going to hover over it and it says prompt, and you're going to select on it, and it's going to give you a prompt. It created a prompt for you. And it says a highly Grinch inspired woman with vibrant green fur like skin and distinctly Grinch like facial features, including a small upturned nose, sharp cheekbones, and mischievous, slightly squinted eyes. She is crouching in an amazing and edgy pose, wearing a pink hoodie with a playful logo, gray leggings with a Nike swoosh, glittery pink boots. Her beanie is pink with a pom pom, completing her quirky look. She holds a coffee cup in one hand and a cigarette in the other, exuding sass and humor. The style is whimsical and cartoonish, set against a simple white background to emphasize her vivid Grinch like appearance. Research marketing said amazing. And yes, it is indeed amazing. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to copy this. Copied, okay? Click of a button. And before I go and paste it into Bing, which is what I'm about to do, look at that it gave us, right? Look at all of that information it gave us. Where did you see me put any of that information here? Nowhere. All I said was drag this in, create something similar, make her look more like a Grinch. And that's it. And it gave us this whole thing. Now we can do 2 things. One of which I'm gonna put this into Bing, but I'm also gonna put it back into here, and I'm gonna hit enter, and now I'm gonna go into Bing, delete that, and hit enter. Now, the thing that I don't like about Bing is it does have a cutoff. So as you can see, it's stopping at the word exuding. It just can't do more than that, but that's okay. We're going to hit enter. It's going to give us the best we can. And as you can see, as I hit enter, the number of these coins decrease, and it says create images more quickly with Boost. If you run out, image generation may take longer. So this does happen very quickly, but if we run out, then it takes a little bit longer. So Bing is not really giving me something that's looking like a cartoon. So what I'm gonna do is a highly Grinch inspired. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fix the prompt a little bit. So this is giving me that cartoon look, right? A highly Grinch inspired cartoon looking woman with vibrant green fur skin and distinctly Grinch like facial features. Um, I mean, there's cartoonish here, but maybe I'm going to try adding it more in the beginning. And yes, it gets cut off, so maybe that's a part of the issue too. But we're going to go ahead and hit enter or hit the create button and see what happens. But you can still see the images that you created under the recent tab here on the side. And these images are not bad at all, to be honest with you. They look a little bit more realistic than I would want them to, because they don't put her on the street. Like, because they're like, hey, she's smoking a cigarette, so we just going to put her out here on the streets like the regular people who be smoking cigarettes in the street. So, I did try to generate something. So it's generating and it's pretty much giving us this again. I think I like this one, right? But this one decided to go ahead and put two images in one, which I didn't really want, but that's okay. That's the one that I like. These are the other options that it gave us. Okay? And then this is the one that DALL-E gave us. And you can take these images and you can create content with them. You can create ebook covers, you can create YouTube thumbnails. You know, if you are watching on YouTube and you see the YouTube thumbnail cover that I used today, you know, it was created using these tools. If you caught the introduction, which some of you probably didn't, I'm going to play the intro for 10 seconds. That image was created using these tools. And the best part is with the image I'm going to show you is I could make the image talk, but that might come on another live. But I'm going to show you guys for 10 seconds.
Hello, darling. Merry Grinchmas, and welcome to 20 Days of Canva Magic. I'm your host, Melly Grinch. Because
That's where these images were created. They were created using DALL-E. Okay? Now, we're going to move on to the next part of creating that image of myself. Or so when I create this new image of myself, it's actually not going to look exactly like me or that similar like it did in MidJourney. So it's not going to come out something like this where it's actually using this as best as possible as a character reference. What it's actually going to do is it's just going to take the image and it's going to recreate its version of the image, not based on my facial features, but mainly based on like, okay, hairstyle, you know, what color outfits am I wearing, etc. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take that image. Lovely Lady D said, wow, your tutorials are so informative. Thank you so much. I try to be as informative as possible because I want you guys to learn this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drag my image. And like I said, one of the amazing things that I love about all of the tools that we use is its easy and amazing drag and drop functionality. And I'm going to say create something similar to this image of an African American woman. And you kind of have to say of an African American woman because if you don't, it's not going to give you, it's going to give you probably an image of a Caucasian woman. So we're going to try this and see what happens. Fingers crossed, because with AI, anything can happen. But like I said, it's not going to look exactly like me. It's just going to match the style of like my hair, the clothes, you know, that type of thing. Okay, I forgot to say 3D Pixar animation. But as you can see, because I didn't specify what kind of image, I didn't say cartoon, I didn't say whatever. But like I told you, what it's going to do is it's going to say, oh, she's wearing a pink blazer? All right, pink blazer. Black dress? Okay, black dress. Her hair is up? Okay, hair up. That's it. I'm going to say make it a 3D Pixar animation. Boom, there you go. And this is how you can create like a 3D Pixar animation of something in your style. So it's using the style of the image. It's not using the character. MidJourney, more so character references. DALL-E, style. Okay? So this is how you would create an image like that. Now, I'm going to show you something else that's cool really quick. So let's say if we download this image, right? Now, how many of you guys have heard of a tool called Discord? Because Discord does go hand in hand with MidJourney, right? Discord, you can access MidJourney through Discord. Discord is a server. And the reason why a lot of people, because I get this question all the times, like, should we use Discord for MidJourney or should we use midjourney.com? The decision is really up to you. It's really based on what you're using it for or how you want to use it, I would say. So, for example, let's say if you're sitting at your computer, right? You could use either or. I preference I personally like using the web version because I don't have to worry about putting commands in front of the prompts. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that in a few seconds. When I use midjourney.com, I just type in what I want and that's it. I don't have to, I'll show you what it is with Discord, but with Discord, you have to use prompts like imagine, stuff like that. So, like, slash imagine a girl with blah, 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 stuff like that. You don't have to do that with midjourney.com. However, if you are on the go, if you are, I don't know, catching the train to work, if you're not in front of your computer, if you're out somewhere and you want to generate images, you cannot do that from your phone using midjourney.com. You can do that using Discord. So that's why it's good to use Discord. It's good to have the Discord app because it will allow you to create those images from your phone. Someone said you can even get the AI bots in your own private Discord so no one else in their home server takes your pick. That is absolutely correct. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to download this image and then I'm going to go ahead and open Discord for you guys. So, let me open Discord. This is what Discord looks like. This is what Discord looks like. Now, as you can see, it says message at MidJourneyBot. You have to put a command. So, like slash, and you'll see the frequently used commands or bots or whatever that I have. So there's slash describe, slash imagine, slash info, slash prefer option set, slash ask, slash blend, slash describe, slash fast, slash feedback, slash help. Like, there's just so many slashes. And the thing with Discord is when you go into Midjourney and you say create an image of a girl, you can't do that without putting slash in front of it. But with midjourney.com, I can do this. So when I go ahead and I do this without a command and I select on enter, I'm going to get an error. Or maybe nothing, even worse, nothing happens. Nothing happens. It just says create an image of a girl, nothing happens. Not even an error message, nothing happens. But what we actually want to do is we want Midjourney to create prompts for us, like Discord, right? Through Midjourney through Discord. We wanted to create the prompt for us. So I showed you guys how DALL-E can create a prompt for you by dragging and dropping the image that you want. But let's say if you want Discord slash Midjourney to create that prompt for you, what you're going to do is you're going to do slash describe. And I'm going to do an image. But if you had a link, which is the best option to use, you can do a link. And I'm going to take that image that I saved of the 3D Pixar animation like so. And then I am going to hit enter. And it's going to send a command. Midjourney bot is thinking. And that's how you know something is happening. And it's going to create 4 different prompts for me that explains what this image is, right? First prompt says 3D Disney Pixar character of an African American woman with large brown eyes wearing a pink business attire and smiling in her living room. She has long black hair styled up into a top knot hairstyle. The background is a luxury mansion. And it just gives you a bunch of other stuff. Now, you can select which prompt you wanted to create, or better yet, you can make it create all of them. So we're going to select on imagine all. But let's say if you only wanted to see 1, or you also only wanted to see 4, you would select on these buttons here, like 1 or 4, if you only wanted to see 2, if you only wanted to see 3. But we want to see it all. So we're going to select on imagine all, and we're going to see what it gives us. It's going to generate an image for each one of those prompts. It's going to generate 4 images, I believe, for each one of those prompts. So with each prompt, you get 4 images. So we're just going to wait for that to generate. In the meantime, while we're waiting for it to generate, I do want to remind you guys that we have 50% off on the website. Hold on 1 second, guys, while I need to pause for a second to take a quick phone call. 1 moment. Sorry about that, guys. That was a business call that I had to take, but I'm glad that I had paused this at that right moment before we talked about the images, because it gave you guys a chance to look at the special offers. Now, I know you see two images here. These are not the only two things that are there for the special offer. Everything on the website, special offer applies using code Grinchmas. But you guys have been on this screen long enough, and I want you to get back to the tutorial. So let's get back to Discord and let's see what images it went ahead and generated for us. So this is the first set of images that it generated for us. Okay, this looks really nice. This is the second set of images that it generated for us. This is the third set of images that it generated for us. And this is the fourth. And now you're going to select which one you like, okay? So out of these, and let's say if, there's ones that you definitely don't like, right? Let's say, so I think my least favorite one was the bottom. So someone said, would you say the benefit of using Discord is the fact that it gives you more images than MidJourney? It gives you the same amount of images. With each prompt, it gives you 4 images. The difference between what we did here in Discord is in midjourney.com, you can't get it to create a prompt for you. What you can do is you can go to the Explore tab and look at other people's prompt for inspiration, or you can just, drag and drop and write your own prompt. But here, we use the describe tool, and when we described it, it gives you 4 different prompts, which is why we have all of these images. So, for example, I just want to break it down so everyone can understand. I took this one image that we created or got from somewhere else, and I said to Discord, please describe this image for me. And it gives me 4 different options of descriptions, 4 different prompts. So this is prompt number 1, this is prompt number 2, this is prompt number 3, and this is prompt number 4. The same way how we would write a prompt for something, right? You write one prompt, and for one prompt, you get 4 images. So in MidJourney, if we write one prompt, we get 4 images. But here, we got 4 prompts because that's what it does with the describe tool. It doesn't just create one prompt for you. It's going to give you 4 different prompts. And when we came down here, we said imagine all, which meant that we wanted to imagine every single one of these prompts. And there's 4 of them. So we end up getting 16 images because there's 4 prompts and each prompt comes with 4 images. But let's say if I didn't want 16 images, let's say if I didn't press imagine all, if I only pressed the number 2 because I only wanted to see the second prompt, we would still get the regular 4 images that we would get for any prompt that we put into MidJourney. So this is the images that it gives us. Now, you can hide these images too. Let's say if there's an image that you just don't want to see, I believe you can click on the 3 dots and click on, is it X? Yep, and then it disappears. And now we have 3 sets of prompts. So that's only if you want to remove stuff, clutter purposes, you don't want to keep scrolling and you don't like those images, you can do that. In MidJourney, what you would do is select on something called the hide button. Okay, so now we're going to select which one of these images that we like. Okay, lovely lady Lee said, I understand now. Thank you. You're very, very welcome. Any questions that you guys have, make sure you write it in the comment section and I'm going to answer to the best of my ability. And I'm also sure that there are people in the chat also who can help with the answers as well. So I'm having a hard time selecting which image I want. They all look, amazing. But I think I'm going to go with image number 3. So the way Discord works is this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, top left corner, 2, top right corner, 3, bottom left corner, 4, bottom right corner. That is the sequence that it goes in every single time in MidJourney. So I like image number 3 because she looks nervous in it. I just think it looks cute or whatever. So I'm going to do U3. U stands for upscale, which means that you are going to upscale the image. You're going to make it a bit bigger because right now the image is grouped in 4. And this is the difference between this and MidJourney, because in MidJourney, it doesn't group the image into one collage for you. You're still able to see every individual image in MidJourney. Here, in order to separate the images, you got to press one of these buttons. So we're going to select on U3. Now, what these V means that you can get different variations of the image. So if I wanted different variations of 1, I would select on V1. If I wanted different variations of image number 2, I would select on V2, so on and so forth. But right now, I just want the upscale of image number 3 so that I can separate it from this collage of 4, because this collage of 4 images is stuck together. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to scroll all the way down, and here is my image. Here is my image of the girl that I selected. However, we still need to upscale it one more time because we want it to be the most largest version possible as it could be, which would be good for sharing, printing, and saving your image. So we're going to do a subtle upscale. This step is very crucial, especially if you're selling these images to people, if you're using it for your content. Very, very crucial that you upscale your image. So we're going to do upscale subtle. And then that's going to generate. It's waiting to start. It's at 0%. And it's starting. And you'll see the percentage start to change. 15%. All the way until it gets to 100. It's at 46%, and it does take about a minute or less for this to generate. All right, now we have the upscaled image, and I'm going to download this image. Now, this is very different from MidJourney where you can see like the save button or the download button. Here, you actually have to right click on the image and then select on save image in order for it to download. And you're going to choose where you want it to download. I'm going to download it to my downloads, and it is saving as a PNG, which I'm okay with, and I'm going to hit save. All right. Now we're going to go into Canva. Yay, right? Because in the agenda, not only did I talk about creating images and the prompts and all of those things, we're going to talk about practical applications where we can use the image visuals in thumbnails or ebooks or social posts, right? Because you're creating the image, which is great, but the question is, what can you do with the image now? So I'm going to go over to create a design. Let's say if we're creating a children's ebook cover, and I'm going to do custom size, but there are different sizes that you can do. You can do flyer, which is in a portrait mode, 8.5 by 11, which is like the size of regular printer paper. If you're creating a YouTube thumbnail, you can select on YouTube thumbnail, which will produce a 1280 by 720 pixel image for you. You can do a logo, an Instagram post, a presentation, so on and so forth. If you select on this button, it just keeps scrolling and it just shows you so much options that you have. You can also scroll down as well and select on see all for each category. But we're going to create something custom, and I like all of my ebook covers to be a 1545 by 2000 for no particular rhyme or reason. That is just what I like. So I'm just going to select it. All of my ebooks are always 1545 by 2000. I just feel like it's just the perfect size for me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that image we created of the girl and I'm going to bring it here. Now, there are a few things I can do. So I really like the background of the image. So let me make it bigger. like so. And you'll notice like this image doesn't fit the whole thing. So the first thing that I'm going to attempt to do is see if I can create some extra space here for the background, right on the top of her head. So I'm going to I'm going to select on the image. I'm going to go to edit, and I'm going to go to magic expand. And hopefully it doesn't expand her hair. Hopefully it just expands the ceiling. And I'm going to hover over what kind of expand do I want. There's 1-to-1. If I select on whole page, you'll see that it extends to the whole page. But if I select a 5-to-4, you'll see that it will expand this way. 9-to-16 will expand that way. I want to try whole page, which now it looks like it's stuck. Hold on. Okay, whole page. So let's do magic expand, and let's just hope and cross our fingers that it just expands the ceiling and doesn't expand her hair, because I don't want her hair to expand. I just want the ceiling to expand. So we'll see what it gives us. Okay, it's giving us some weird looking chandelier. There are different options that you can choose, and if you don't like any of the options, you can also try to regenerate again. So let's see what options it gives us, because the last one is still generating. So far we have this, which looks weird. We have this, which doesn't look too great either. I don't really like that either, but it really doesn't matter because there's going to be a title here to the book. But let's generate some new results. Let's see what else we got, because I want the one that's like the least, that has the least amount of stuff there, so that when I put my title, there's space. Right? This is just an absolute no-no. They don't put this weird looking thing on her head. And it does say that images with faces, hands, or transparent backgrounds may not work well when expanding, but that's okay. We're just going to look for what can work as best as possible. I actually feel like the first thing that we had was better. But listen, we're going to keep doing this until we can find the right one, so that I just have like enough wiggle room and enough space so that I can go ahead and create the title for this. Research Marketing said, whoa, this is a really cool tool. It is very cool. Okay, so it also created this. I'm still going to try to generate new results. We're going to do this one more time, and whatever we get, we're just going to use, because I want to move on to the next part of this tutorial, which is adding in the title. We're just going to have to add in whatever we got. Hopefully we get something good. The first one was the best one. I think we might be able to use this one here. Let's see. This might be our best bet because there's enough space between her head. Well, actually, I'm actually going to show you guys what we can do to fix this. Let's see. Hold on. We're going to try something out. I'm just waiting for this last image to generate. This is a absolute no. But let's say if we choose this, right? I think there's a way we can fix it. I think we can do the magic eraser. So if I do the magic eraser, woo, why is this zooming into the image so much? Let's zoom out there. If we do the magic eraser, I want to see if this will work. What will happen if I do this? This is what I want to know. What will happen? Erase. Let's see. Let's see if Canva can work its Canva magic for us. Boom! There you go. Hey. Okay. I don't like how the top of her hair looks, so let's try to do something with that. Like this little portion right here. But you see how we did that, guys? I'm telling you guys, these tools are amazing. Okay, I can live with it like this. All right, so now that we've gone ahead and done that, we want to add a title, okay? Now, let's say if you can't think of a title to add. we can go to ChatGPT, because so the title I'm thinking is like creating a character name for her, and then like saying that she stormed the Capitol, because I do feel like, well, actually, this is her living room, but I feel like it looks so presidential because she has on her suit and everything. You know, Carol Hewitt said, trying to learn. Yes, you will absolutely learn on this channel. Finding it hard. What do you find hard, Carol? Because I can definitely explain it to you. Whatever questions that you have, just ask it in the chat and I will be able to walk you through it step by step. We're here to learn, guys. Lovely Lady D said, that's amazing. Yes, it is amazing. So I'm gonna go to ChatGPT, right? Because you guys, we talked about DALL-E, but you guys need to learn, how ChatGPT can really help you guys. So let's say I want to create an ebook about a Disney Pixar looking character. She is African American, and she is wearing a pink suit. She looks unprepared, because I feel like that's the best way to describe this image. This is how I look when I'm unprepared, right? And that's why I chose this image, because I just thought it was like a funny looking image. She looks unprepared. Um, she wants to be the president of the United States. What can the title of this ebook be? His ebook / children's story. And I'm going to hit enter. So it says presidential dreams in pink, Madam President in the making, not ready but running. I like number 3. The unlikely candidate, a pink suit for the White House president. Why not? I like number 6. The girl in pink who dared to dream, etc. So I'm going to say make it sound funny. Make it sound funny. Madam President, oops, I wasn't ready. The pink suit president, unprepared but undeterred. Oops, I want to be president. Madam President in pink, who needs a plan to run for president? Pink, president in a pink suit, totally winging it. Vote for me, I guess. I like number 7. Vote for me, I guess, from Clueless to Commander in Chief. So there are a bunch of different ones. Make it sound funny for the age groups of 5 to 6 years old. Okay. Presidents wear pink too. Can I be president? Pretty please. Ooh, I like number 6. I like number 6. Can I be president? Pretty please. I feel like that goes with the image. So this is the one that I'm going to choose. However, I'm going to show you guys something else, right? Before we even add the title. Now, Canva has so many fonts to choose from, right? Let's come back to Canva really quick. So many fonts to choose from. You can go to text and you can search for different type of fonts and different combinations. If you want a kids font, you can type in kids and it will give you fonts that look like kids fonts, right? Hold on. Let me add a text box and let me click on it here. I'm going to type in kids. And it will give you all these results of fonts that look like kids fonts, right? Let's say if you want to type in cute. It will give you all of these things that look kind of cute or include the word cute in it. If you type in bold, it will give you a bunch of bold fonts or fonts that have the word bold in it. If you type in cursive, it will give you a bunch of fonts that are written in cursive. Do you get the picture here? But let's say if you don't want any of these fonts. Let's say if you want a font that is different from what is in Canva. You can go to thefont.com and find the font that you need. Now, there are different categories like fancy, foreign look, techno, bitmap, gothic, basic, script, dingbats, all of this stuff. You don't gotta worry about any of these things. What you can actually do is you can type in funny, like so, and hit search, and it will give you fonts that look funny, right? You can type in cute, kind of like what we just did in Canva, and it's gonna give you a bunch of fonts that are cute. So, what is our title again? The title that we're going with is Can I Be President Pretty Please? Sorry, I have so many tabs open. So I am gonna do. I kind of like this one. Let me see. Or I like this one. Ooh, I like this one. There's so many of them that I like. I like Cute Egg. Let's download Cute Egg. Someone said, "Do you know about Creative Fabrica?" No, I do not. Let's Google that while we download our font. Creative Fabrica. Okay, you can get premium fonts, graphics, and more. So I guess you can come here and you can pay for the fonts to get different fonts. Um, I like using the font.com because it's free, but it is good to pay for it, right? Because with the font.com, there are certain like rules that you can use. If you choose to bypass the rules, that is on you. There are certain rules in place and stuff like that. But yes, there are a bunch of different sources that you can use for fonts. So I think Creative Fabrica is really good because you see the Joyful font bundle, and it looks like there are a lot of them that are bundles. There are some that are by themselves. It's showing us a lot of Christmas fonts because that's what's trending. Christmas is coming. I really like this image. So it looks like it's not only fonts, it's actually like other images that you can create also. You can download for free. Can you? Oh, that's if you're doing a free trial. So I don't want to do a free trial. But yes, you guys can check out Creative Fabrica as well. Thank you so much for that suggestion. Let me add it to the broadcast so that people can see and so that it's up there for everyone to see. So I've gone ahead and I've downloaded my font, right? So let's see. Sorry, there is a way to add the font. For some reason, I always forget how to do it when I come to this part. We're about to figure it out, though. So first, when you download your font, it's going to come in a zipped folder with the name of your font. So the name of my font was called Cute Egg. So the folder says cute_egg.zip, which is a zip file. You're going to double click on it to open the zip file, and then you're going to get a folder. And on the folder, you're going to see OTF files. You're going to see TTF files. I think you need the one that says OTF. Now, there is a way to upload the font. I always forget how to do it for some reason. Always forget how to do it. So we're about to figure that out right now because there is a way to do this. I just did it yesterday, but I always forget how to do it. Let me think. Maybe we can add it here. If so, I selected on You've Been Grinch, but this is a brand template. This is a brand kit. You don't want to add it in the brand kit because then it will only be click on edit to add the font. Yeah, but this is editing the brand kit. But there's a way to do it in general. But yeah, this is what I was gonna do. But there's a way to do it in general because now I'm adding it to the You've Been Grinch brand kit that I have. And the reason why I didn't want to do it with the brand kit, even though the brand kit is showing up here, if you don't have the brand kit open, you're not gonna be able to use it. You want to download it to the general fonts. It's not ringing a bell to me right now on how to do it, but this is one way to do it as well. So you select on edit, and then when it goes to font, we're going to say add new. Then we're going to go to upload a font, and then we're going to select on add new. This might be the way. This might be my general thing. And we're going to go to downloads. We're going to go to Cute Egg, and we're going to go to the OTF file, cuteegg.otf, and we're going to select on open. We're going to select yes, upload anyways, and it's going to upload. And it's going to tell us that Cute Egg Regular has been added, and we're going to, but you see how it keeps saying You've Been Grinch because this is the name of my brand template. We're gonna come here and we're gonna type in cute egg regular right here. Someone said I'm also having trouble finding things since they changed their website layout. Yep, that's exactly what it is. The layout has been changing a lot. So sometimes it's hard finding things. And another thing too is before, um, when I would get this here, I would get the remove background button, but now I don't see that button anymore. Now I have to click edit all the time and then go to background remover. But before, and if you look at my past lives, the button used to be in the toolbar. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I can add it back. I didn't remove it. I don't know what happened. So here's our text called Cute Egg. And what was the name of our title again? Where is it? Here. Can I be president pretty please? So we're just going to copy that and we are going to paste it like so. And let's say if you wanted to pop, we can go to effects and we can go to outline and we can make it black. You can make it whatever color you want to be. And you can also adjust the thickness like so. And one thing I like to do when I'm creating titles is I do like to create or like add what you would call a fade underneath. So to add that fade, I am going to go to elements and I'm going to type in white fade. Sometimes this does disrupt the image, depending on where you place it. You just don't want it to be like, you don't want there to be any hard lines. Like you see how I feel like I can see a hard line on when it ends. And if you, what happens if you end up dragging it, it drags it over the image. So what I actually like to do, so let's say if it's dragged, right? What I like to do is I like to duplicate the image. And when I duplicate the image, let me just make sure it's aligned. I'm going to remove the background. So the actual image is behind it, and then the removed background image will be in front, and that way the fade is behind her. So that way it doesn't cover her. Okay? Now I actually think this fade is just way too like transparent. So I'm gonna like, you know, lower it a bit like so. Yep. This is it. Can I be president pretty please? Now, let's go back to MidJourney now because I kind of want to go back into MidJourney and start creating other images with you guys. So we're going to go back to the export tab, right? And we want to create an actual image of people. Research marketing said, yo, yes, I'm telling you, this is the truth. This is a game changer. You can literally create your storybook using this. And you know, with all of the images that we've created, I don't think I used any prompts to create that image here. But ChatGPT, DALL-E, MidJourney, Canva, and actually, sorry, before I go into MidJourney, I do want to show you guys something else in Canva. So let me see if I had a prompt for that image. So I'm going to take this prompt right here, right? What image did we use? This one? Take the prompt and copy it. Now, Canva had something called Droptober where they actually added this new thing called the Dream Lab, and it's right here. Now, this recently started showing up in the navigation menu, but previously, this is wild, by the way. I asked for a mama Grinch, and it was giving me stuff like this. Complete wildness, but okay. So you can actually generate images using Canva Dreamlab. And if you don't see Dreamlab in your navigation, you can do canva.com/dream-lab. For the longest, I was doing canva.com/dream-lab. And then one day it just appeared here. So that was amazing. And I'm going to take my prompt and I'm going to put it here. And you can choose a different style, like smart, cinematic concept, creative, macro, um, you know, portrait, moody, etc., whatever. I'll leave it in smart. And you can also choose the aspect ratio that you want. There's 1:1, 16:9, 2:1, etc. I'm gonna leave it at 1:1 and I will select create. Someone said I definitely need to get a Chat GPT subscription. Yes. It's totally worth it. It does cost $20 a month though. Um, but I think it's worth it. So a lot of things with Dreamlab that's been happening lately that I haven't been liking is I've been getting messages saying lots of people are using Dreamlab right now. Please try again in a few minutes. I do think that Canva came out with this product and cannot handle the amount of generations that are being submitted at once, or the amount of prompts that people are putting in, because in the very beginning when it first came out, because I was waiting for Droptober. The first day that it came out, I was on it. I was creating images and I even created a YouTube video about it. And you can check that video under the free courses on my website, thejunecreation.com. I'm going to put it in the comments. But that was this right here, where I did a step-by-step guide on Dreamlab. And I had no issues generating the prompts. But now it's always saying that, it's slow, too many people are using it, so on and so forth. So let's try again. Okay, it looks like it's gonna go through this time. Nope. Can you believe that? This is horrible. This is bad customer service, Canva. How are you supposed to compete with MidJourney and DALL-E and you cannot get us the image that we need in time? So we're gonna put a pause on the Dreamlab and we're gonna go to MidJourney. MidJourney is not going to fail us, and we are going to look for the images that we want to create. So I've created a lot of Boss Babe images before. If you came in here and type in Boss Babe, you can see images that other people have created, and we can kind of use them as a style reference. Research Marketing said rude, right? Like, how rude? How you promoting a product and you cannot sustain it? Like, so let's type in Black Boss Babe and see what images we get. We can also do, I like this image. We can also do Hispanic Boss Babe and see the different Hispanic Boss Babes there are. Now, let's say if you use one of these images as a style reference. Once you use something like this or like this, MidJourney is definitely going to flag the image. Even though MidJourney produced this image, it's not going to let you use it as a style reference because of, all of this that's showing. MidJourney is going to look at it as like the N-word, nudity. So we're going to look for an image like this, right? So we're going to take this style and we're going to say Hispanic woman in her 30s. And we can kind of look at this for some inspiration. She is a boss babe wearing a pink suit while she is sitting at her desk in her office where the view in the window shows the New York City skyline. Anyone here from New York? Okay. Let's see. She has her laptop on her desk. She is looking directly at the camera. And remember, we're using this as a style reference. And we're going to hit enter. And then we're going to go to our create tab because that's where our images get created. And look at what it's created for us. It's created this boss babe Hispanic woman, and she looks absolutely real. Remember I said watch for the hands. MidJourney does not do well with hands. So anytime hands are involved, it's almost a no-no. But this image right here is perfect. It doesn't include any hands. And let's say if you wanted some different variations of this image, you can do like very strong and try to get something similar. Lovely Lady D said originally from New York, now in Florida. Oh, why did you leave New York? I'm from New York. What part of New York are you from? I'm from Brooklyn. Brooklyn in the house. I'm from Brooklyn, but I live in New Jersey now. Okay, so here you go. I think this image looks nice. And what you would do is you would do a subtle upscale when you're ready to use it. What is a subtle upscale? Why are you doing it? Because it creates a larger version of the image, ideal for sharing, saving, or printing. It is a must. However, before I get into that, I am going to rerun this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put white background, and I'm going to tell you why we're going to put white background. Oh, you from Queens? Okay, Queens, Brooklyn. All right. Um, so I'm going to use this as a style reference again. But instead of saying, okay, she's sitting at her desk. Okay, did it give us the view of New York City? I think it did. It did. I want to say that she's sitting at her desk. I actually don't even want to say she's sitting at her desk. She's a boss babe wearing a pink suit. She has long black hair. Um, that is straight. And I'm going to put white background. And I'm going to show you why we're going to put white background. So it didn't give us white background for it all. It may not understand what white background means because it's showing us kind of like a white background technically, you know. But what I mean is something like this, right? So let's say if we take this image and let's say if I do a subtle upscale. Now we're going to go to Pinterest, right? Now let's say if we wanted to create an ebook, and this is why it's important to get these Boss Babe images, and that is why I'm telling you guys that with my stock images, the Boss Babe ebook cover collection is it right now because there are images like this that you can create and use, that you can use as references so that you can have access to images like these and create an ebook out of them. And it's originally $15. It's on sale for $10. But what's even better is using code Grinchmas. Using code Grinchmas, you get 50% off. So this is really $5, and you're getting over 50 bold and chic images of the girl, the office, the cars. Most of it is the women, the boss babes. But back to the tutorial. I just had to mention this before I forget while we're on the topic. So we did the subtle upscale right here, right? And now we are going to download this image. And we're going to go to Pinterest and we're going to type in cute ebook. Or we can type in boss babe ebook, right? There's so many of those. So now we're going to look at some of these boss babe ebooks because we're looking for inspiration. So you see, I like this one. You see how this one says, let's zoom in on it a bit. This one says The Girl Boss Business Planner. This one says The Hustler Handbook Guide to Side Hustling. I really like this one, right? So we can try to recreate something like this with that image, and I'm gonna show you how. Look at that. Look at this tutorial you're getting. What did we learn about today, guys? We learned about MidJourney. We learned about Canva. We learned about DALL-E or DALL-E. We learned about Bing. We learned about ChatGPT. We learned about the font.com. We're about to learn how to create. So we created an ebook with that image, the Pixar image that we have. But now we're about to create another ebook where we're going to take multiple separate elements because the other ebook was pretty easy, right? We just kind of took the image, then we did that magic expand thing to fix the top of the image. It was like really one, two, you slap those two things on, the image and the text. But this one, we're actually going to be adding different pieces one by one onto it. So we're going to be building it from scratch based on the inspiration that we're seeing from this brand here, her digital branding. Shout out to you. we're about to use your work as inspiration and as guidance so I can show you guys how to create something similar. So I downloaded the image, and once you want to create an ebook, once you see something that inspires you, the first thing you need to look at is the background, because that is the base of your ebook. And the background of the image that I see in the middle, for the middle book, is money, right? I see money. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna go to Canva. And look, we're so preoccupied. Canva is so preoccupied right now. Let me try to create this prompt one more time and see if it works. If it doesn't, okay, sorry. We're going to have to use Dreamlab another day because we've done waited long enough and it's not doing what it needs to do. But I can show you images it's created before. Like it created this Grinchmas, even though it put this eye here. Created this Grinchmas image for us when I typed in Grinchmas background. It created this, for Grinchmas background. It created this image for us with the prompt that I put in. These were one of my favorite images that it created, and it just looks so crisp. And with Dreamlabs, all you need to do is select use in a design, and it automatically just pops it into a design for you. Pops it right in. You create a design, you can edit the image, you can download the image, you can delete the image. But unfortunately, it's not working, so we need to move on. So we're going to move on back to the ebook. So we're going to come here because this already has our 1525 by 2000 dimensions. And what we're going to do, since we added the page already, and to add a page, so let me say if I deleted it, if you're here, all you need to do is select on add page and it will create a new page for you. Now we're going to go to elements and we're going to type in money. Money, 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 money. Money. But we're going to put money background. And look right here. We have a money background right here. And we are going to expand it. Like so. Okay? So once that's expanded, we're going to go back to our inspiration view. And as you can see, there is a white, there's a white, like, sorry, I'm getting like tongue tied. There's like a white or pink, I guess, filter on it. So what we're going to do is a pink filter. So we're going to do, remember how I did white? No, what we're going to do is we're going to type in shape. And we're going to go to shapes and we're going to change this to pink. But I'm wondering if we should do blue instead. Let's do blue because I'm always doing pink. And, I just love the color pink. I'm like a pink girly girl. But let's just do blue. We're going to do blue. And we're going to lower the transparency like so. Booyah. Next, there is a pink Jeep here, right? So we're going to go to MidJourney.com. MidJourney. And we're going to type in blue Jeep. Sorry, blue Jeep, white background. Enter and see what that gives us. Now, it's looking a little bit too realistic for me. I'm just going to type in cute boss babe blue Jeep, white background, and see if that makes a difference. And while I do that, if I'm not getting my exact, this is where I can come in here and type in blue Jeep, because I'm sure someone has created this before. Like, we kind of want something, like this, or I'm trying to see what style. There's so many different styles. Or I should have typed in blue luxury Jeep in my prompt, but let me type it in here. Blue luxury Jeep. So I just wanted to have that luxurious look. Like, ooh, this looks very luxurious. But let's see what it created for us. See, okay, I guess because I put cute boss babe, so it just put the boss babe in front of the Jeep. So you do have to be careful with what you put in. So I'm just gonna type in cute luxurious blue Jeep against a completely white background. So you got to play around with it a bit until you get your desired look. I do have a desired look that I'm looking for, so I'm going to search for it. Now let's say if you have an image that's close enough to the desired look and you want to search for something that looks similar to it, you can actually click on that image and then click on the search bar here, and it will show you some examples that are similar. Now if you do that and you see nothing here, right, you need to hit enter to refresh. You need to refresh the page. You need to go back to your create tab. You need to go back to that Jeep image that you saw and then click it again, and I guarantee you it will show you. Now it's showing us pictures of a squid. I don't know why, because that Jeep doesn't look like a squid. So let's try it with this one here. Let me do search, and here you go. It's doing the search for us based on that image. Brooklyn, New York watching me. Hey, shout outs to Brooklyn. So I kind of like this, but I wish it was blue. So I am gonna select on this, and I'm gonna click on the prompt, and I'm gonna click on the style, and I'm gonna say blue Jeep. I'm just gonna put blue Jeep in front of it. Blue Jeep, and I don't even know what off road means, but I'm just gonna keep it blue Jeep off road white background, 45-degree side view, etc. And I'm gonna hit enter and see what that gives us. So in the meantime, I am going to take this image here, and normally I would do a subtle upscale because that's what you're supposed to do. But for the sake of time and saving the amount of images I generate, I'm just going to download it like so. But don't be like me. Always upscale your image so that it can create a larger version of the image, which is ideal for saving, sharing, or printing. And if you don't upscale it here, it's actually okay because you can upscale it in Canva as well, and I'll show you how. Now it's gone ahead and given me the style of image that I wanted. So yay. I'm gonna just download this, and I am gonna come back to Canva, and I am going to take the image that I downloaded, and guess what I'm gonna do? Guess. I am going to drag and drop. Drag and drop. Easiest thing to do. I'm actually gonna drag and drop both images to see which one I like the most. So I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna go to edit, and I'm going to do the background remover, and I'm going to do the same thing for this. So I'm going to remove the background. So I think I like this one, but we still have time to figure it out. We're going to go back here, and we see some money flying, right? Money, 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 money. We're going to go here, and we're just going to type in money flying because that's what we saw. We saw the money flying, so we're going to type in money flying. And we're going to see pictures of money flying. So we can use this one right here. And guess what we're going to do with this image? We're going to remove the background. So you're going to go to edit, and you're going to select on remove background. Now I am, for the sake of not having our image look exactly like this one, remember we're using this, shout out to her digital branding, we're using this for inspirational purposes. I'm just going to erase this because she has a sideways one, and we're just going to use this one. I'm going to take the money, and I'm going to place it behind the Jeep. Now you're wondering, how did you place it behind? If you have a MacBook computer, you can select on Command, open bracket. If you have a Windows, I guess it would be Control, open bracket. But if you don't want to use the keys on your keyboard, you can literally right-click on the image, go to Layer, and you can select what position you want to put it in. Another thing you can do is select on position right here when you select on the image and go to Layers, and you can take that the position of that layer or of that asset and put it where you choose. So I want it behind the car, like so. Now we're going to take our image of the Hispanic girl. Where is she? And what are we going to do? Drag and drop. Drag and drop. And we're going to edit, and we're going to remove the background. And we're going to add her to the image. We can add her probably like right here. Hello. Welcome to the ebook cover. Let me make this Jeep a little bit bigger, like so. And let's position this money, I don't know, like this. Okay. Now we are gonna create the title. So there's a bar going across here. So what are we gonna use? We're gonna use the shape tool. So I have it already in the recently used. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make it blue. How am I gonna do that? I'm gonna select on this button where it is red, and I am going to make it blue. It is that simple. And I'm gonna span it across like so. Gonna add it up here like so. And this says the Hustler Handbook. Now we don't want to use that same title, so we're gonna ask ChatGPT to create a title for us. So we're going to go to ChatGPT and, hey ChatGPT, I want to create an ebook about side hustles. What can the title of my ebook be? Enter. The Side Hustle Playbook. Turn your free game into cash. We can use that first one right there. I'm cool with it. So I'm going to take the Side Hustle Playbook and I'm going to create a text box. And in that text box, I am going to paste. Now, let's say if you don't want to use regular text, right? There are different, let me delete it. Hold on. There are different text styles that you can use. So for example, different font combinations you can see that we have here that you can use if you like. So far I kind of like this one. I think it's cute. This one looks nice as well. I think this looks nice. But our title is kind of long, so I don't know if this would work. We're just going to find what works for us, what stands out for you. That's what we're going to use. So I kind of like this one. And if we have something like this, we might not need this yet, or we might not need it at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this bigger, and I am going to paste the Side Hustle Playbook in here, and I'm going to make the font smaller because I want it all to be, okay, actually it doesn't have to all be on one line. It's good like this. And then down here, we're going to put the tagline, which was turn your free time into cash. So we're going to take this like so. We're going to copy it. And we're going to paste this. And I'm going to make it smaller. Like this. Now you're probably saying to yourself, Mel, I cannot read the title. I can't read it either. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to effects and we're going to go to outline and we're going to change the outline to white. And we can actually increase the thickness just so that we can make the title pop. And then we're going to come here and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go to effects. We're going to go to outline. You can make it white and you can make it pop by increasing the thickness. Now, let's say if you don't want to do outline. Let's say if you want to do background instead. You can do that. We're going to go to background. Now, I hate rounded backgrounds. You see how this is round? Ugh, hate it. So what am I going to do? I'm going to decrease the roundness to 0. And there's no reason why this should be yellow because there is nothing yellow on this page. So we're going to take that yellow and we're going to turn it into white, like so. Now, I'm thinking to myself and I'm like, do I really like this font? Because it's not giving, professionalism side hustle to me. So I can change it to anything else that I want to. I think I like the cute egg one. This is the one that we got from thefont.com. I like it. Now, let's say if you feel like the words are too close together, you can select it because really Playbook is right on top of Side Hustle. Once you select it, you're going to click on this button right here for spacing, and you're going to do line spacing, and you can actually space out the lines like so. So I'm going to space it out a little bit. So we have it like this, and I think that this ebook cover is really coming along. I think it looks nice. I think it looks cute. Let me see if I can do something about the color of her suit. Now, the issue is the color of her suit is very close to the color of her skin tone, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to change it without changing the color of her. But in an ideal situation, let's say if you did want to make that change, you would select on the image, you would select on edit. You would go to adjust, which is usually closed. You're going to click on the caret. You're going to scroll down and you're going to go to color edit, and you're going to look for the color that you're trying to edit. I'm assuming this is the color of the suit. However, the color of her suit, like I said, is very close to her complexion. So there is the chance that once I slide this slide over, not only would the suit color change, the color of her skin will change as well, as you can see. Therefore, we can't do that. We can't do that. So we're going to keep it at 0. But to show you an example of where you would be able to do that is with this car right here, with the Jeep, right? You can select on edit. You can go to adjust. You can go to the color blue, down to color edit, and then I can change the color of it. So now it's orange. Now it's like this red, pink, purple, you know, you can change the color of it. So we're going to keep it blue. You can make it more saturated. You can make it less saturated, you know. So that is how you do that. Now, let's say if you want to add more stuff, but you don't know what you want to add, you know, there are other ebooks that you can look at for inspiration as well. So for example, you know, sometimes you don't want to overdo it too much. I definitely personally think that where we have it is, we have it in a good place. But let's say if you wanted to add like a wad of cash, like rolled money or something like that, or you wanted to add these clouds, we can do that as well. So we would come to elements and I would look for rolled money. And see if I see something. Here you go. Here we have the wad of cash, and I would just rotate it and make it smaller and bring it into the position that I want. I want it to be behind this truck or behind the Jeep. And I'm trying to select on the wad of cash, but I can't because the Jeep keeps getting selected. So I'm going to go to position and I'm going to select on it here so that I can click on it and move it like so. So I don't think I like it behind the Jeep. Maybe I can add it on the corner. I'm just thinking like here. Okay, I like it there. And now let's say if we want to add like the clouds, right? So we would just come here and we would type in clouds. And you can look for graphics of clouds like so. Let me see. That one looks too thin. Let's do a see all. This one looks too cartoonish. I think I like the one I selected for the most part. And if you think it looks a little bit too thin, you can actually duplicate it so that you can make it look like a mega cloud. And let me just crop it a bit. And I can duplicate some more to add to this side. Duplicate some more. Now you're probably saying to yourself, why are you putting the clouds on top? That is a good question. I'm actually going to bring them behind her. Let me just create more. So I'm one of those like create as you go type of person. So I don't really know where I'm going with this yet. You know what I'm saying? But we are designing. We are designers. So we're going to see where this goes. So I'm going to go to position. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select on all the clouds. Select, 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 select. I'm going to group it together. And I'm going to bring it behind her like so. So there is still one in front of her. I'm going to bring it behind the car, maybe behind the money, like so. I don't know what I want to do with the one in front of her. Do I want to remove it? Do I want to keep it? What should I do? I kind of like it in front of her. I just feel like it just adds to the overall aesthetic. If we want to see how it looks with it not being in front of her, we can just remove it like so by adjusting the transparency. The reason why I wanted to kind of keep it in front of her is because I feel like this is the perfect place where we can put the author of the book. Because where else would you write it? You wouldn't want to write it up here. Maybe you want to write it down here, right? So I'm going to put title. I'm going to select. I don't want a font combination. I'm just going to do like maybe a heading or a subheading. So I selected on heading. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And I'm just going to type step by step, make it all caps, step by step guide by Mel, or let me say the June creation. I'm just gonna say by Mel Young. And I'm going to make it smaller. I do want it all to be on one line. And let me crop it. Yeah, and I would just probably like just add it right here, like so. I'll probably make it even smaller than this. I still feel like it's too big. You can put it in the center. Let's see how it looks in the center. You can put it on the side, like so. I think I like it on the side. So this is pretty much how you would create the ebook cover. So I am also going to create I'm also going to create a YouTube thumbnail with you guys really quick. But I know that, we've been on live for almost 2 hours. I know you guys are probably tired. I really want to get the YouTube thumbnail in there because I do feel like I'm giving you guys top tier information. Like we just created some ebook covers. We just did like a whole bunch of stuff. But I did talk about, 2 people getting a free giveaway. So if you are still watching, I did choose from the comments. I chose Gail Phillips and Lovely Lady D as my 2 winners for today. So if you are still watching, please email me so that you can pick something. Usually I make people pick something from the website, but I think for this one, I'm going to give you the template to this side hustle playbook ebook that we created so that you can get these images and that you could create your own ebook. So I'm going to put my email in the chat, the June creation @gmail.com, and you get to get this template, but you have to email me. So that's Gail Phillips and Lovely Lady D. I am going to choose an honorary winner too. I do want to do research marketing. Is that the name of that channel? Because your commentary and your help was top tier. So research marketing, that's 3 winners. Research marketing. The 3 of you guys email me and I will send you this Canva template. Yes, still here. You're welcome. So that's Gail Phillips, Lovely Lady D, and Research Marketing. Email me. I put the email in the chat and I will send you this template after the live. Just make sure you email me and I will respond within 24 hours. I usually respond right away or as soon as possible, but you'll get it within 24 hours. Okay, last thing, really, really quick, we're gonna do the YouTube thumbnails. I don't want to keep you guys here for too long. We've been here for 2 hours. Like, you guys are probably tired. It's Friday night. Y'all probably want to go out, and I'm just like stopping you from doing that. So what we're gonna do really, really quick is we're gonna create the YouTube thumbnail. And I'm going to select on create a design, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to select on more, and it's going to ask me, what would you like to create? I want to create a YouTube thumbnail, so I'm going to look for that option. If I don't see it, I can also start typing in thumbnail and it will give it to us. Pamela Thompson said, love this. I'm so happy that you love it. So happy that you're learning. Now, the reason why it's good to use the thumbnail instead of doing a custom image, the reason why it's good to do thumbnail is because it gives you a bunch of templates that you can use. So many templates that you can use to create this YouTube thumbnail. So many templates. So what we're going to do actually, because we're going to make this really easy, is we're going to use one of these thumbnails, one of these templates to create our YouTube thumbnail. It's that simple. Now, there are thousands to choose from, and you can actually use words to describe what you want to do. So, for example, you can say beauty vlog, right? And I can hit enter, and you're going to see things like skincare edition, daily skincare, daily vlog, stuff like that. So, let's choose this one, right? Daily skincare edition, right? Now we're gonna replace these images with images that we can create on MidJourney. We're gonna change this font, and maybe, just maybe, we might remove these products because I don't really like how they're looking. And we are going to remove some of this as well. Lovely Lady D said, "This is truly great. I learn so much every time I watch your videos. I really appreciate it. I'm glad that you're learning. I want to teach you guys, no gatekeeping. I'm going to teach you guys everything that I know as much as I can." So let's say we want to change this, right? So this says daily routine skincare edition. Now, this is where you can use ChatGPT. I'm telling you, just use ChatGPT for everything. Use it for everything. So say that, I want to create a YouTube thumbnail for my daily skincare routine. The words I have on the thumbnail say, what does it say? Daily routine skincare edition. Daily routine skincare edition. What is something else? What are some other words? What are some other words that I can use instead that will attract more viewers? Okay, we can say glow up routine, skincare secrets revealed, morning glow, my daily skincare ritual, achieve flawless skin, my daily skincare, my daily routine, etc. So I like the first one, glow up routine, skincare secrets revealed. And I do think that's going to attract more viewers because anytime you talk about secrets being revealed, that's like stuff that people want to watch because they feel like that's something that, you know, the average person doesn't know and they're about to learn a secret. So first things first is I'm going to change this font because I don't like it. It's not giving. Let me see. I'm really liking my cute egg regular font. So we're going to use that. And this part is going to say, what is it going to say? Glow up routine. My bad. My caps are on. Okay. Glow up routine. I'll make it a little bit smaller. And the second part says, why do I keep going to this tab? The second part says skincare secrets revealed. So skincare, and I'm going to change this font too. I just don't know to what yet. Secrets revealed. Let's change that font because it's ugly. Okay, I like the Anton font. Can I make it all in one line? Let's see. Okay. I like it. Okay, this is 43.4. This is 47.6. All right, it works. So I'm going to just select on shift, the shift key, hold it down, and then click on both of these two so I can group it together. When I group it together, I can move it all around and it's all going to move together. Now I'm going to remove these cheap old looking products because they look cheap for sure. I'm going to remove that. And I'm going to remove this image. These images are frames. And if you wanted to find a frame like this, what you would need to do is you would go to elements and you would go to frame and you would look for that frame under frames. You're going to select on see all. And if you know the name of the frame, let's say this is like a computer frame or something like that, you can type in computer and there you go. There are the frames right here. That's what I thought. So this one is pink. This one is yellow. You can customize the colors. So if I select on this, you can see the yellow, the browns, the white, and the dark browns that were created to create this color. So we're going to keep the color. It kind of goes with everything. We're going to keep the flowers. They're cute. If you want to search for those type of flowers, you can go to elements and you can type in sunflower. Make sure you're under all and not frame anymore. And you can probably search and find that specific sunflower. Another way to know if that sunflower exists in Canva, and if you want to find it, is you can actually click on it. You're going to right click and you're going to go to info. And it's going to say chamomile flower cutout. It tells you the name of it. I'm going to select on that, and then I'm going to come here and I'm going to type that in, and I'm going to hit enter. And I should be able to find it. So these look very similar to it. Like, you can tell this is like the same style. I do think that, let me see. Let's see. I do think that this looks very, very similar. It's possible that they may have erased this and then flipped it. Like they probably flipped it horizontally like so, erased some petals. The whole point is there are ways to find this or something very similar to it. And it's free, and you can see what that person created, like all of the graphics that this person created, to see if you can find the sunflower. You can type in flower. But long story short, you can find it. That's the point that I'm trying to make. That's how you find an element to see if it's in here. There are so many other different things here. You can erase parts of it. You can do all types of things to these elements. So now we're going to create an image. And guess what we're going to use to create that image? We're going to use MidJourney. So I'm going to go to MidJourney, and I'm actually going to say create a mockup of an overlay of skincare materials, product photography, include sunflowers. This is for, you can say this is for kojic acid, turmeric, soap bars. I never know how to spell turmeric. Don't judge. Turmeric. The background is white. And let me see. I want it to be a square because that image is a square. So I'm going to come to my settings, my default settings, and you do want to make sure it is under square. Okay? Very important. And then I'm just going to hit enter, and let's see what it gives us. Now I'm going to do create. Okay, I'm going to say ultra photo realistic image of a woman with eye patches under her eyes. She is African American with long black hair. She is very beautiful. Her skin looks amazing with no makeup on. Her face is freshly washed. I'm actually going to remove the eye patches because you can't have eye patches and your face be freshly washed. I mean, I want to see that her face is freshly washed in the image, so I want to see like water drops or something. So ultra realistic image of a woman. She is African American with long black hair. She is very beautiful. Her skin looks amazing with no makeup. Her face is freshly washed. She is in her luxurious white and gold bathroom. Enter. Actually, I should have done that another aspect ratio, so I'm going to redo it because I want it to be portrait mode. So I'm going to do enter, and it's going to recreate the image. And as you can see, the outline of this image is wider than this. But we'll see what both images give us. Now, in the meantime, let's select which one of these images we want to use. I really like this one. I think this is really cute. Remember, you want to do a subtle upscale. So just so you guys don't forget, I'm going to do the subtle upscale with you guys. And why are we doing a subtle upscale? Because it creates a larger version of the image, ideal for sharing, saving, or printing. We're about to save this image. We're about to share it with the world. It needs to be upscaled. And now let's see what images it gave us of this girl. Now, I actually don't like any of these images because they don't look realistic to me. They don't look like real people, and that's kind of the image. That's kind of the issue that I've been having with MidJourney recently, with giving me real looking people, because I use these fake people so many times that I feel like it's messing with the algorithm. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna select on the image and we're gonna look for something similar. For example, like this. This looks real to me. We're going to use the prompt and we're going to use the style and we're going to edit it to the best of our ability. So this says close up of an attractive an African American woman who has ebony skin tone. Focusing on her face, she has well-defined eyebrows, wearing soap suds, Canon EOS R camera with a 50 milliliter f1.8 lens with f2.2 aperture, shutter speed 1/200, ISO 200, and natural light. Full body, no painting, no drawing, no unreal photography. Cinematic, cinema, hyper detail, ultra HD, color correction, ultra HD, HDR, color grading, 8K, aspect ratio of 4:5, which is portrait mode, and the 6.1 version of MidJourney. Now, the reason why this person is putting so much 50 milliliter f1.8, lens, hyper detail, ultra HD, HDR, ultra HD, they're repeating a lot of things a lot of times, and that's because they're probably having the same images too. MidJourney is doing this thing where it just keeps giving us these images that look like cartoon characters, kind of like a cross between cartoon and real. So let's try this and see what it gives us. Hopefully, it gives us a better result so that we can use for our image. In the meantime, my upscaled image is ready, so I'm going to take it and I'm going to download it. I'm going to go back to Canva, and what am I going to do? Drag and drop. My favorite thing to do, drag and drop. So I'm going to drag it and I'm going to drop it. Then I'm going to take it and I'm going to slide it right in here. Boom, period. Here's one part of the YouTube thumbnail almost done. Now we need the image of the girl. So we're going to go back to MidJourney, and hopefully it gave us what we need. This is much better. Now, did it make her ebony skin tone? No, but that's fine. I can work with this. So I think I like this image. So I'm going to do a subtle upscale. We're going to do a subtle upscale. And in the meantime, maybe we can add a like, comment, subscribe or something here. So I'm going to go to Elements and I'm going to do like, comment, subscribe. And you guys, this is for demonstration purposes to show you guys the tactics on how you can, create content. I'm going to change the color of this. We don't want red. We're going to want probably like a yellow, just to match with everything else that's going on. Just put it here in this corner right here. And let's see if our image is ready. Almost. It's at 78%. And let's say if we want more variations of this, right? So first of all, I can rerun it, right? If I feel like I didn't get my desired result, I can rerun it. But I can also get strong variations of this. So I can kind of get an image that looks a little bit more different, because these images still do look very similar to this one. Still looks very similar, and we might not want that. That's why I said this is for demonstration purposes. We're going to try to get another image. So this is the rerun. This is the variation. So with the rerun, these images look a little bit more different. I do still want, so since I did all of this, right, I still want the deep ebony skin tones, and I'm going to go away with using this as a style reference. So I'm going to say woman who has deep ebony dark skin tone. Like, I don't know what else I got to put, and I'm going to put enter and see what it gives us. Now, this is without using the style reference. So hopefully I generated enough images where it can say like, all right, she really wants a realistic looking image with all of these lenses, HD, etc. Let's try to give her what she wants. So let's see what we get out of it without using the style reference before we move forward. Okay. There you go. I like this image. I think this is the one. She's washing her hair and she's washing her face. That's okay. We are gonna do the subtle upscale of this image because you must do a subtle upscale of everything that you plan on using and downloading. And while that's doing that, I am gonna remind you guys, I didn't show you guys that you can do an upscale using Canva. There's an app. It's called Image Upscaler. And with Image Upscaler, you can select an image and you can choose to upscale it by 2x, 4x, 8x, or 16x. It's telling me that I can't do 8x or 16x because this image is already a high resolution. So there's like no need for all of that. But just an FYI, Canva does integrate itself with a lot of apps that can kind of do these things for you. Now we're going to go back here. Our image is almost ready. And I am going to go ahead and download it. And guess, remember what I do after I download, guys? Drag and drop, drag and drop. After you download, you drag and drop. Boom, there you go. And when we were looking at this before, there was something here that kind of like showed the person's channel. Maybe we don't want that. We can look at, let's see, different designs of something we may want to add. Like there's the I don't know. I'm just thinking of what other elements we can add. We did see the bottles, like for the skincare, so I can actually go to Chat GPT. No, not Chat GPT. Sorry, MidJourney, and say mock-up of facial serum, body butter, and I don't know, moisturizer, photography. And I'm gonna put white background, and I want it to be a square. And I'm going to hit enter and see what that gives us because we just want to add a little bit more here, right? It looks very empty here. We don't want empty. We don't want it to be too full, but we don't want empty. So let's see what that gives us. Okay, it's giving us something. Which ones do we want? I kind of like this. I think I'm going to go with this. And normally, yes, subtle upscale, but for the sake of time, we're just going to download it regular. And we are going to drag and drop it. We're going to wait until it's done uploading. Then we're going to select on edit. And we're going to do background remover. Look at that. Look at how it just blends right in. Let me make this smaller. Maybe I can make this bigger. And look, there you have it. You have your YouTube thumbnail. Everything looks cohesive with each other. Like, granted that this is like a lavender stick. Maybe we don't want a lavender stick. We might want to stick with the sunflowers. So what I would do is I would select on edit and I would select on background remover, and on the erase tool, I would make the brush a little bit bigger and I would erase this lavender. You can do that. And then we're going to find a sunflower stuff to place there. So let's erase that like so. Press X. So now it's gone. Let's find out who created this sunflower again. We're going to right click, info. Let me see what else this layer lab created that we can add. Let me type in flower. I really just wanted to type in sunflower. Okay, we can work with this. I don't know if this is a sunflower. It looks like a sunflower. Yeah, it is. And we're going to rotate it like so. And we're gonna add it here. Let me make it a little bit smaller. And we're just gonna add it there to fill in that gap of the lavender. Just trying to find the right positioning for it. All right. I'm like a perfectionist or like when it comes to this stuff. So I just want it to look perfect. Okay, but I think this is good. Let me make it a little bit bigger. I think this is good, guys. Yeah, I think this is good. So this is what we got, and this is how we created the YouTube thumbnail. And we didn't even have to absolutely create it from scratch. Some elements were already provided to us by Canva using a template. Some of the other elements were provided to us by MidJourney, like this. We were able to erase some of those elements and add in the sunflower. I don't even like this here, so I'm going to delete it because I just feel like it doesn't go all with the overall aesthetic. I'm also going to press down my shift key to put this together so I can group it together. So I can just move all of this together at once. And that is that. That is the YouTube thumbnail cover. And I think it looks amazing. I think it looks amazing. And you might want to. So we added the title Glow Up Routine, so it automatically changed the title of this to Glow Up Routine. But if you wanted to add anything to it or change it, you can just select onto it, and that will be that. So this live is coming to an end because I have held you guys here for 2 hours and 23 minutes. Thank you for everyone who stayed this long. I do want to remind you guys to support the brand. There's special offers, 50% off, code Grinchmas. Okay. I want you guys to be able to access assets that can help you create your designs. But of course, every day I'm on here, teaching you free as well. And speaking of teaching you for free, that is why it's very important that you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed, like this says, subscribe now. Subscribe now, subscribe now. I don't know how many times to repeat it. You gotta subscribe now so that you are aware of every time I go live. Turn on your notifications. I've seen in the comments that you guys are saying this is very informational. You're learning a lot. I want you to continue to learn. It does take a lot of time to do these lives sometimes and to show up every day and teach. I've been talking for like 2.5 hours nonstop right now, but I love doing this and I love helping others and I want all of us to win. And all I ask in return is that you subscribe so that we can actually have an engaging audience and so that, we can have a larger community of people who are trying to learn and so that we can teach each other. And lastly, there is the Facebook group. If you're not a part of my Facebook group, make sure you join it. Sound off. You can post in the groups. If you have question, post in the group. I can answer it. So that's the best way to like get an answer to something. You can ask on the YouTube channel under the video, and you can also ask in the Facebook group. I answer questions in both places, and the Facebook group is where I make my daily announcements of what time I will be going live and what the link to the live will be. Very important that you join this so that you can follow me. Also, you guys are a bunch. You guys are a part of a bunch of different groups. Spread the word. Spread the word that the June Creation and Mel Young is on YouTube, and she's teaching you how to do it all for free. So spread the word to people because I have been like, I guess, I don't want to say banned, but like I just haven't been getting any approval to post on anybody's groups anymore like I used to. So I want you guys to spread the word because I'm trying to share my knowledge with as many people as I can. And that is it for today. I am thinking about going live tomorrow because this is 20 days of Canva. I did say I was going to go live for all 20 days. I don't know what time yet. It might not be at 7 p.m. But once again, that's why it's important that you're following the Facebook group because I will announce what time I'm going live on the Facebook group when I figure that out tomorrow. I need to figure out my schedule. But with that being said, we're going to end it here. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will definitely talk to you tomorrow. Have a great evening, have a great night, and enjoy the rest of your Friday night. Bye.